Hi, thanks for watching. It's the letter O now today, and O in relationship to the Be Aware Holistic Healthcare model and the association with its aspects, which is body, mind, and emotion. So with the letter O in regards to the body, I'm going to talk about orthomolecular. So orthomolecular is the term that really just describes the molecules of the body and that which perhaps, if deficient, will need to be replaced or enhanced for our optimal health. I was fortunate enough decades ago to be a member of the Orthomolecular Medicine Association of Australia, and that was started, I think, by Professor Ian Brighthope. Great man. In this time, 2021, he is in commute with politicians and other people associated with determining our health at the moment. So he is trying to get some sense with what is going on. So orthomolecular medicine is a term that's used within the medical system, allopathic medical system, as well as the natural medicine area. So you're looking at things like vitamins, minerals, any molecules that assist with what is already in the body, the constituents of the body. So orthomolecular and the body, very important. And you're going to get these, and I've talked about this before, whether it's diet or nutrition, you're going to get that within your that realm of your lifestyle for health. And in this case, incorporating it so that it intertwines with your emotional and your mental as well, because whatever we're doing with our body is so important for our mind as well as our emotions. And this particular time in the human existence that we live in, there's a lot of despair out there. So maintaining foundation, which is with our humanness, it's with our body. We look after our body, which is like the bricks and mortar of the house, with the walls and the roofs and it's the same analogy I use with children when I taught children holistic health. Bricks, cells. Group of cells make a tissue, specific tissue. Same with bricks. Bricks will make a wall, and then a group of walls put together, they make a room. So a group of tissues that specialize in a specific area make an organ, and then a whole lot of organs together will make a system, and then with the whole lot of rooms, you're going to make a house. I mean, that's a really simple analogy, but understanding it gets the basics down. If you're feeling despair, if you're feeling like the world life is really hard, then besides consulting your professional healthcare practitioner or whoever that is, GP, counsellor, whatever it is, natural therapist, herbalist, naturopath, whoever they are, besides that, you can do your own simple things. Grounding yourself. If it's a warm day, take your shoes off, walk on the grass, hug a tree. It's not hippie. You're just connecting with nature. All these sort of things help to maintain your body and keep stable and maintained with the orthomolecular components that your body is made up of. And when they're deficient, and they'll be deficient because you're overusing whatever it is, whether it's the nervous system, the gut, whatever it is, the respiratory. The moment everyone's, the hierarchy is making such a big deal about the respiration. However, as Dr. John Hutchinson, I think his name is, or Hutchinson, a Canadian doctor over in Canada, has stated, as I've been stating, what they're saying now about cases, a case in the medical industry or in the healthcare industry is someone who is presenting as sick. It's not someone that's possibly showing some fragments within a test that within a healthy person, quoting from Dr. Hutchinson in Canada, it's awakecanada.org, I think it's coming from, one of his talks. So he talks about it as well. So does any medical doctor who's honest will tell you that a case, even a nurse like myself or a healthcare worker like myself, a person who's a case is someone who is actually sick. Okay, so coming back to the foundations of the body and the orthomolecular component, which is the O letter for health in this ABC series, we need to look after your foundation, your body. So healthy gut, cardio, respiratory, integumentary, reproductive, all these systems. There's 9 or 12 depending on what book you read, textbook. You look after those and your foundation is pretty solid. If you've got issues or cares that you need to address, then you take whatever it is that you've been prescribed by your healthcare practitioner. And you have a foundation then for your mind and your emotions. So I'm going to step into the emotional O word for today. And probably it hasn't been described as an emotion. However, I definitely would say for a lot of people that if you feel overloaded, then it is going to become a feeling within. So it is going to affect your health, particularly if you sustain it. So this is where, if you're feeling overloaded, if you are overwhelmed with what's going on now, is to think about what I've said in other aspects of videos, like remember, between each thought that you experience, there is a space between each thought. And by tapping into that, you realize that there is something greater than actually what you're thinking about. So this overloading, overwhelming sense of despair and worry can be in that moment, regardless of what it is. And I totally understand about no job, not being able to pay mortgage or your rent, or you're worried about food and all that. Yes, I'm not disputing that they are something to be concerned with. However, when you are looking after your number one material possession, and let's face it, if you don't exist, if you don't care for yourself, then you don't have an existence. There is no your world. So you look after this. If you're feeling overloaded, come back to the simple things. Even if the thoughts are being continuously forthright in their coming and they're consistent, sit, be still, or stand still and just notice where you are. Notice it. Notice, be aware. This is why I named it the model. Be aware of how you feel. And take that moment, feel it, and then notice the absolutely guaranteed movement that's going to occur, whether you're sitting, standing, or lying, or walking, and you're still, and then you're still. And that is, notice your breath. Because your breath will also work the body, whether it's rapid or slow, calm or stressed, long or short. Your breath will change, or it will change. It will determine how you are. So, speaking of breath, again, as Dr. John Hutchinson, I think his name is, Google him. Canadian doctor. He's a pathologist and he's got a lot of other qualifications. He says it on his talk with awakecanada.org or whatever it is. He also says an obstruction like those paper masks are a waste of time if you are thinking that it's stopping any pathogen, particularly viral. Actually, bacteria, yes, it probably does. I haven't seen those studies, but viral, it's not effective. So, find a space where you feel safe. take your mask off. Again, I emphasize where you feel safe. Take your mask off and just notice your breath. Just notice it. No need to manipulate. No need to change it. Just notice it. And that will bring yourself to the present moment. And that's really important. We've already been told this by many. However, anyone that practices yoga, you're already aware of it. That's why we do our postures and our breathing techniques, to be in the moment, to bring the body to the still position of what you position you're in. Asanas means seat, not posture, as a lot of Westerners think. And be in that moment, and you start to work on, and be more feeling in where you are, as far as letting go of the overwhelmingness, the overloading sense that you may have, and start to bring in more sense of peace. Because this is what it's all about now. You're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. My intuition has told me all the way along, even though I've seen so many articles from the beginning, so many questions I asked about what's going on, and saw the pain in people, saw the nastiness in people, the venting, the ridiculous critical attacking of not just from myself but from other people that are questioning things that don't make sense. You're out in the street, you're at a cafe, you're allowed to take your mask off. And then people walk by and they've got a mask on and think, wow, it must be a magical virus. It's not going to come to me because I'm eating. Yeah. So, think more, question more. But anyway, so if you're feeling overloaded, don't worry about it. Just come and look after yourself. Notice your breath. So body, emotions, and then the last main aspect that's a component and all intertwining is the mind, which I've already discussed before in other videos about what mind is in my definition, being the field or element, container, encapsulatedness of our movement and stillness of thought. Simple, however, it is expanded in further works of mine, which will become more eminent as time comes on. So to be aware of your mind and how it is, and the O word is omnipresent. Now, omnipresent means that which is contained in all. And some people would say it's another word for God. And I don't want to discriminate between those that don't believe in God. That's fine. It's whatever you perceive as being in everything, if you do. And it's beyond conception of our human existence, because that would be arrogant. I mean, I'm not saying people that have studied theology and all that don't know about God. It's still within their mind's capacity. So the omnipresent is that which is perceived by many, I guess, as a beautiful conception of peace. And that is something that we all have within us. We have a deep place and safe place within us always, even when you don't realize it. And I remember hearing this from my beautiful yoga teacher, Shanti, through all my decades of learning at classes. 46, almost 47 years, I've been aware that we have a beautiful space within us that is always peaceful, always. And just slowing down and feeling and slowing the thoughts and going into your breath awareness will help bring you to that. So I hope these tools of awareness can help you in any times of despair that you're feeling, or enhance your joy that you're also feeling. So thank you for watching. If you like it, please like it on my YouTube channel and subscribe. And I'm open for suggestions, real ones, because I've had some robot critiques. So thank you very much to everyone, and have a beautiful day. Namaste. Love always.